No, so it's 100% true. Ray Meach has a great point. We gotta get Ray on here. He's like a philosopher of the game of basketball.
We know you a busy man, Kobe, so we gonna jump right to it, man.
Now it's about making sure that
I'm sicker than sick with it, vision and lift it. Listen, just picture it, spit and deliver it. The time froze, undercurrent, how the grind flows. Wrist flicking, said the bezels, got a mind blown. You know how to drop beat, everything's slow. You know how to drop beat, said anything goes. Pull up to the spot, you might see the squad there. Pull up unannounced, then you might see a broad there. It's just seconds remaining, and I got the rock for the win while you're watching the shot clock. It's just seconds remaining, and I got the rock for the win. Thanks for watching the shot clock. The shot clock. You catch the shot clock every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Good, everybody. What's going on, man? G-Day Hoop Scout. This time I got Rob C in the gym with me, man. Shot 30 clock, man. Y'all know what time it is. Man, we appreciate everybody once again who's tuned in already early on in the show, man. Salute to you. Just got to do my little disclaimers real quick, man. If you are on the Twitter side and you want to join like in on the conversation as far as comment section, you got to go over to Facebook, Ball So Hard Scouting, or go over to YouTube, Ball So Hard TV, so that you can chime in on the conversation. You know, whatever you say can be put up on the screen as well. So I had to, put the little disclaimer out there, man. Rob, how you been, man? What's good? What's going on? It's been a minute since I seen you, man. You all right? You straight?
Yeah, I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm good, rejuvenated, back. I'm straight. See what they say, the battle is not mine, man. I just got to keep telling myself that.
Let me blow it up for the people, man. There we go.
Yeah, there man, I'm good, man. Though. I'm good.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Man, I've been straight. Last weekend I titled the show Grassroots come to a close. For me, anyway, it has. I know that there's still some events going on, like this weekend coming up. You got Vegas. A lot of people going out to Vegas just to hoop. I know that it's an event here, the Grassroots Showcase. And so I know it's still some events going on. But for me, kind of like when the college coaches is done, it's done. But that's just how I look at it. That's my take. That's just me, but I'm good though. Finally been able to get some nice little rest in. So I'm cool, man. I'm cool, man. Man, last weekend I was freezing up on the people, man. I was blaming you because you wasn't here, so I had to blame somebody, man, while I was freezing up.
So it had to be me?
Yeah. It had to be. Well, Mr. Vilas had pointed it out first, so.
Yeah, of course he did. Yeah.
Shout out to my guy, Mr. Vilas. Man, we got a jam-packed show for y'all today. A lot of hot topics. Man, I guess we're gonna jump into them. And just get after it. We ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Man, last week did a 50-minute show. Impactful. I was on here storytelling. I was like Slick Rick the Ruler. I know a lot of the younger people don't know who that is, but I was in my storytelling bag mode, man. What's going on, Miss Smith, man? How are you? Hope all has been well. I know you finally done. Bryce is officially done as a high school student. Now it's just got to get the college degree part. but it's good seeing you on here. But yeah, man, we're gonna get into it. So as people have been seeing on Twitter, Marcus Sloan of OTR Exposure, he put something out as far as to doing a Texas-based circuit, I guess, for next year. What's the point of teams playing non-regionally if it's over 20 Division I schools right here in the state of Texas, and then you have your Louisiana, Arkansas is a bordering state, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. That's all bordering states, and they all have Division I institutions as well. And you also you have to include your Division II schools who offer full ride scholarships, and NAIAs can offer full ride scholarships. We kind of talked about this last week as well. And then not to look down or turn up our nose at Division III schools that are very high academic schools that actually have more people who are in like Fortune 500 positions, COO, CFOs of companies, more so come from the smaller schools versus the bigger schools. And so a lot of good relationships can be made at that level as well. And then you also had a junior college route. And so what's, before I give my spill on it, on the playing, what's going on, Mr. Brown, on the playing regionally versus going to another region to play? Rob, what's your take? Yeah, I seen that, Mr. Brown. UT Dallas is going D2 next year.
Man, it don't bother me. Like, you go where the fit is. Like, you go where the best fit is. To me, I would always tell the kids, hey kid, if they ask me, you go to the best fit for your abilities that you bring to the basketball court. You know what I'm saying? You don't go, and we always put, it into female analogies. Like, you don't just go get the most glamorous girl just because she looked the best or somebody says she fine. You get the woman that fits your style, your aesthetics. You know what I'm saying? So you pick the team that best suits you, not because they play on a certain circuit or they sent this person to this school or that school, but you personally might not be the same caliber of player that player was. Because some people get recruited even though they don't need that person or that position. They talent just transcends everything. So I might not need a small forward, but you might be the best small forward in America. And you might want to come to my school, but I got 3 small. I'm going to recruit you anyway because you're the best small forward in America. So a lot of kids might be shooters, defenders, facilitators, slashers, athletic. So you have to go through the process to find the best fit for you. If I played, right, the whole summer, right, and every team in Texas pretty much does see me at a Hicks event, a Sloan event, a Gasso, EYBL, NY to LA, three stripes, UAA, UA Rise, Gold Circuit, TABC. You done been seen by one person out of all those 24 stamps the whole summer, right? And like I was saying earlier to you, if I'm a college coach and I seen you play in high school in your junior season, right? And then I came and seen you in a live period. Then I seen you at TABC, which is another live period. I know if I want you or not. 3 times, I know if I want you. So if I'm the kid, right, and I done seen, and I'm just throwing out random school names, Tarleton, Texas State, Texas A&M Corpus Christi, UT, Texas Tech, A&M, the list goes, Texas, you know what I'm saying? The list goes, Houston, the list goes, Prairie View, TSU, the list goes on and on and on. If I seen them and none of them have talked to me, but then I started getting San Jose State, UC Riverside, UC Santa Barbara, UW Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying? South Dakota, Albany. I have to look at those schools as a viable option because that's my level. I can't say, well, I'm going to just sit on these 5 offers because I want somebody from my region to recruit. They don't. And I'm not even going to say they don't want you. I'm going to say you might not fit what they do. So there is no need for you. It might not be that they don't want you. It's just not a need for the skill set that you would bring to said university. And some people have to be okay with it. If we screaming, get a D1 offer, get a D1 offer, right? If everybody's screaming that's the narrative. Then you get a D1 offer and you sign it, then people like, well, why you ain't signing your region though? Now we going through it with a fine-tooth comb. Like, hey, did that school recruit you? Did you look at the fit? Is it good for you and what you bring to the table? Are you going to play? Are these coaches going to be engaged with you? Or are they going to recruit over you because they recruited you based off something somebody else said so you can stay 100 miles closer to home? Because that happens. Hey, man, you need to take such and such. They good, man. All right, yeah. Okay, I'm going to, get on the phone, do that. And then you get there and they like, man, this man has showed me a bag of black jelly beans, man. Now you back out. Hey, Jeff, we need you to go recruit, man, because Rob ain't it, man. We So that's my take on it, man. That's my take on
Yeah, no. Everything you said, point was right on.
Did y'all hear me?
Yeah, we heard you, man. You just was
Okay.
Your face was coming going in and out, but your voice, your message came through strong, loud and clear, my brother. But no, like I said, I agree with everything that you were saying. And there's nothing wrong with if you want to be a team that just plays regionally, play regionally. There's no knock on that. But if that's all that you play is regionally and nobody from the region takes a chance on you, that's not saying that you weren't good enough to possibly go somewhere else, because that school may not have seen you, because guess what? You decided to stay in one region. And so you may have to go the JUCO route. And there's nothing wrong with going the JUCO route. Nothing wrong with it at all. But let's say you do go to JUCO route, and then you still end up at Maine University, all the way on the East Coast, the by the Atlantic Ocean, above New York. You still end up at Vermont University. You still end up at University of Maryland. What's the
Eastern Shore?
Eastern Shores, or University of Maryland, BC, or you still end up at one of these.
University of Maryland, Baltimore County,
you still end up at one of these schools. It's just you just went a different route about getting there, and there's nothing wrong with taking that route either. But you just have to be what are you willing to risk and gamble? And I kind of went over that last week when Mr. Dews had posed the question. If you are going to play regionally, you got to be able to play against somebody else that has somebody. So kind of I don't want to say what's the point of staying regional, but if you're not playing against other teams who have at least one Division I player on their roster, you should pretty much dominate all those games as an independent team. If you're playing against a team that does not have that at all. And so if you're doing that in your region, who are they truly comparing you against? So if all the schools from my region are coming out to watch me, but all the EYBL teams is gone, all the 3-stripe teams is gone, all the Under Armour teams is gone, and then there is really no other independent teams that are featuring any of those types of players per se, or doesn't even have one that has even interest. So who am I playing against? Who can I be compared against when the coaches are coming out to watch me? And so all that matters is there's a pecking order to everything. And I understand, we want to keep the teams close, for selfish reasons. Everybody has their own selfish reasons of why. But if I'm able to go and play we'll use the Pro 16 league this year, the next Pro 16. If I go play on that league who featured a lot of D1 players from across the country, you got a team from Florida, you got a team from Seattle, Washington, you had a team from California, you had a team from Chicago, you had teams from all over who played in this independent league, but each team featured at least one D1. Some had 2 and 3, certified Division I players. And so that makes it easier now as a coach when I'm watching you play against the Ace of Newell at First Family. I'm watching you play against Elaine Taylor, who plays for AA Pro out of Arkansas. And so now when I'm at your games, I get a better gauge because you're going against other D1 players who play the same positions that you are playing or that you are considered to be. If it's one of the small forwards who got a bunch of offers and you're a small forward, and now I get to see you go against him, so you can stay home. Yeah, you can stay home and play. But if you're dominating those games all the time, like who am I comparing? How can I truly get a good grasp on what? Go ahead, jump in anytime, man. Hey, this is not. I still got a classroom thing up here.
No, I was speaking to Ken Dean. He said salute. I was throwing up the peace sign to my man. Keep going.
Oh yeah, no, but so who you play against matters, and so that's why there's a need for a EYBL. Then under that, you have your 3SSB or Under Armour. You can apples to oranges on that one.
And let me say this real quick too while we talking about EYBL.
What's going on, my guy Yves? What's going on, man?
I know people that heard conversations on these shows the last couple of years about EYBL. They just think I'm so pro EYBL. Hey man, the EYBL ain't for everybody. And you can be good and not play on the EYBL because the EYBL can enhance your profile, but it also can diminish your profile too. Because you got some people that supposedly supposed to be top 50, top 25, top 75, top 100 in the country that purposely don't play on the EYBL. They purposely play on independent teams on purpose because everybody talking about, oh man, Peace Jam, oh man, EYBL. Yeah, you get up there and throw a dud up and then you don't got nothing. Because it's been plenty of cases where kids don't play 2-3 years on the EYBL and then end up on JUCO or nothing. So just because you get on the EYBL don't automatically guarantee that you're going to be gifted a Division I scholarship. Now you will be seen by all 300 and some staffs of the NCAA, but that don't mean they coming to look at you though. So don't never get it misconstrued and say, oh man, Rob just so pro EYBL and he just want it. No, I want you to go wherever you gonna be successful, whether that be Next Pro, Gold, Adidas Gold, NYLA, 3 Stripes, wherever you gonna be successful. If that program director got a plan for you and you have a role etched out in stone on that team and they working with you and working with college coaches to come see you, why would you leave? That's what people get so much food on their plate and then they look over and say, oh man, his stuff look better than mine. I'm gonna go get that. Not knowing that's vegan. You don't even eat vegan. You just looking at it like, oh man, the aesthetics of it. Ooh, he got the honey glazed chicken. That ain't even chicken. That's beyond meat or something. But you want it so
Cauliflower.
bad. Yeah, because you looking at it, and people know I'm not lying, man. You look, you eating, and you like, that look.
Got them cauliflower
Once you
wings
get
over there.
yeah, once you get over there, like it ain't what you thought it was. Cause some people will say, yeah, man, come play with me. I got this. I'm on this platform. We ain't gonna say no platform name. We just gonna say I'm on a platform, right? But the platform they want you to come play on is just so you could be a piece for somebody else on the team to look good. Not because they trying to help you out. It's because they trying to help their team out and help whoever they trying to get to look good. Hey, we got a big man, but if we bring this point guard over here, we know that he can give him the ball. And, we give him a couple of shoes or whatever. He ain't really, got to be very careful with that. And as Mr. Yates just said that too, you got to be very careful with that word exposure, man. You can get exposure or you can get exposed. And y'all have to be mentally strong. I'm talking about parents. I'm talking about kids. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm walking next to my 12-year-old yesterday. This man all of 6'2" right now. But I want one of y'all to come up to me talking about some, hey, Rob, I got some shoes for you. Man, I don't want no damn shoes, man. My kids don't want no. What is the plan that you have for my child to get better? What am I gaining by giving my child over to your program? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear about I got some shoes. I could pay for my own plane ticket. I could buy my child his own Jordans and LeBrons or whatever he want to get. You know what I'm saying? I don't need none of that. And that's why I say, parents, y'all got to be mentally strong, man. Y'all do, because I hear some of the conversations and some of the things that y'all be saying, and I know y'all not mentally strong. Oh, man, well, it's a shoe circuit. Okay, and what else goes along with that? Well, if my child on the shoe circuit, he got to get a scholarship. Then I ask the question, why? What has he done to garner said scholarship? Well, he playing for the Jeffrey Day All-Stars. Okay, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done. I don't want to. I'm getting off my soapbox. Yeah.
But like what Mr. Yates is saying, Big West is saying, man, like, go where you were wanted, like, and not just wanted but needed, like where you fit in perfectly. I watched the Steph Curry documentary the other day, and although Davidson was the only school that offered him, it was still a need. They were losing 7 seniors, bringing back no starters. So it was a need. He fit perfectly. It was a perfect situation for him to go in as a freshman, be impactful. A lot of kids now aren't making decisions that are good situations for them to go in and be impactful. But you got to go where you want it and go where you need it. Like Big West said, hey, if you felt that you were slighted, go prove yourself. Go to that university that you didn't really want to go to, bust your butt so that you can get in a rotation, prove yourself, go get in the portal, and then go wherever you felt that you were supposed to be. I mean, we see that all the time.
My man, that's finna go to Spain. Chandler Jacobs did that. He went to Dallas Baptist. And then ended up at Colorado State. Miles Burns did that. He went to Loyola.
NAIA and won a national.
Ended up at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Even like Jalen Johnson just went from Concordia, and now he's going to Southern Idaho, which is one of the biggest JUCOs in the country. A machine in the JUCO. If you playing and it's countless others, them just ones that just popped off my head. If you playing and doing good, they're going to see you. Like I've said plenty of times on this show before, if I get 25 low D1 offers, right? and then I get one high major, why would I take the high major? That's not my level. I'm setting myself up for failure. I can go be a 2-minute a game guy at the high major level, or I can go be an all conference guy at the low major level. But people don't see that. They see the name. People get enamored with name brands. Oh man, that's UT. Oh man, that's you know what I'm saying? That's Duke. That's North Carolina. That's Florida. Yeah, but that's not everything. It's not for everybody.
It's not, man.
People like
Big West said
bring
them to him, man. He put out good product.
Oh, for sure. Hey, Melvin Dudes hit the nail on the head. Shoes is like a chain in the rap industry. You right?
Oh yeah.
Exactly,
yeah,
Ken.
Man.
Exactly. But nope. We live in a microwave society. Everybody want it fast and right now. And that's what everybody say the good slogans, right? Trust the process. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my grind, man. I'm working in the door until it's time to actually do it. When it's time to grind out and get to something, and nobody want to do that. Everybody, man, what? Such and such, he went to this. Well, I got to go this route because everybody's path to success ain't the same, brother.
It's not
my path to success and what I'm doing ain't the same as Marcus Sloan, ain't the same as Jim Hicks, ain't the same as Doug Jones, ain't the same as Ray Meach. So I can't look at them and say, well, what they doing then? And I'm still, no, I got to get on my grind to best fit me. I can't, because you spend too much time worrying about everybody else. Now you done lost what God done intended for you to have. Now I'm going too deep in it for sure. Now I got to get the back.
Oh no, man! Speak your piece, man.
No, man. I just want people to be successful. I just want people to be successful, man. I want these kids to have opportunities that wasn't afforded to us because we didn't have. We had people, but all the resources that they have, they not utilizing them in the best possible way, and neither are the parents. It's not a lot of states, right? I'm gonna say states. Because I where you can go and touch a Jeffrey Day and touch a Marcus Sloan, touch a Doug Jones, and get information, touch a Archie, touch a Gary, you know what I'm saying? And call people and, you know, Courtney Dion and Carter and Dre McDonald and Larry, and you call these people and they give you knowledge, Ben Perkins, you know what I'm saying? Jim Hicks, Robert Hatter, you know, and you Paul Miranda, Kelly Buffington in this state. You call them up and you get sound advice from these people. People that have been through it, have had programs, have programs, trained some of the best, been around some of the best, put some of the best product out, talk to people that's higher up than the level that they are to give you the knowledge and understanding of what it takes to further yourself, not only athletically, but educational-wise too, because you're a student athlete. But instead, everybody wants to reinvent the wheel and do it on their own so they can have pride and say, well, I did this and I did that. Man, look, you know how many times I don't know how to do something, I call this man that I'm sitting on this show with and be like, hey, man, such. I was just talking to Ben Perkins like a month ago. And I said, and this is what I said. I said, us, especially African-American males, are so prideful that we will not pick up the phone and call and say, hey, man, how'd you do that? What do you do to keep you in that arena and keep reinventing yourself? How can you help me help myself? We don't want to do that because everybody want to be, oh, man, I did it all on my own. Nah, man, it take a village, man. It take a village. I don't know everything. Jeff don't know everything. We bounce ideas off each other. He asks me, America, sometimes he asks me things. A lot of times I ask him, though. But sometimes he asks me stuff, too. But that's how we iron sharpens iron, though. That's how we make each other better.
No, facts, man. It is. And that's how you got to be, though. You have to be willing to work with one another and work with each other. And Mr. Yates just hit exactly what I was going to say. Everybody is so busy chasing a D1 scholarship because they're chasing the NBA dream. Every kid is not going to the NBA.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, Mr. Yates.
Uh, They're not going. Everybody's not going. Um, everybody's not getting the same NIL money who's going to college. A lot of these states now, even accept NIL for high school players. So it may be a kid in California who's getting paid $5,000 a month, and all he gotta do is sign a couple of jerseys, take a couple of pictures here and there, and another kid who ain't getting nothing at all.
Yep.
You have to be educated. You have to be smart. You have to make good, sound decisions. You have to have a community with you, such as if you don't have your parents around, somebody who's going to hold you accountable, like who's going to tell you, no, I wouldn't do that. No, I wouldn't make that move. No, I don't trust that. That don't look right. We need to do some more digging. We need to do some more research. Or don't. I even seen. Hate to say this on the show. I even have recently, like within the past 2 weeks, um, a kid who told his dad, "You just hating because you didn't get paid when you went to college." Come on, that's your dad. Like, if he's trying to give you some advice on a situation because he's older and more mature and has helped you with all this basketball training, taking you here and there to tournaments, taking you all these places, doing all this stuff with you, and now that you have come to a position to where you're able to get paid, and your dad is trying to tell you, I don't know, that don't look good, that don't sound right, for you to tell him that he's hating on you. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Like, I don't even know what to say to that. Like, where did the respect go? Like, it's so many kids who are now using their parents, just using them to get somewhere, and it's sad when you like truly sit down, look at it, and I'm sure that a lot of y'all can see a lot of people, families that is like that in sport. It don't even got to be basketball. It don't have to be sports related. It could just be just life in general, just using their parents. Just it's a generation of users, me's, a lot of selfish. See, Rob done went off on, and he didn't have me go off in a whole different direction. We wasn't supposed to be going that direction. Um,
That's the
but
last
yeah,
show, man. We
yeah,
got to do some.
Beverly, that's the focus right there. The goal is to be able to go to school for free, graduate debt free, get that diploma. That
4 year
diploma,
plan, man.
hey, it'll be able to help you out. I said this last week. No diploma says Division 1, Division 2, Division 3. It don't say that. It just says University of such and such college. That's it. It don't say this is a Division 1 diploma in the bachelor's of the arts. No, it don't say none of that. None of that at all, man.
Hey, that's true. That's true, Mr. Yates. That's
Yeah,
true.
no, Miss Chase, we've been seeing that forever. The parents using the kids. Um, it's just I guess it was weird to see it flipped, and then make me
Yeah.
start looking more at more other people's situations and recognizing that, dang, this ain't really the first time that I've seen this. It's just the first time that I've seen it in this manner. Um, but like it even made me look back at like people who people who are, kind of similar to my age with kids, or who had kids when we was in high school, and how they kids treat them. Like, but yeah, it's just crazy. So, like we were saying, man, the coaches will find you wherever you play. If it's in your region, if it's in another region, it's always a fit and a want and a need. Do you fit? Are you wanted? Are you needed? Like, and do your research. Kind of like I tell parents all the time, before you select that AAU team, that grassroots team to play with, hey, do your research on that program. Just because they got a smooth talker in the program, they smooth talk you out of some cash for about a good 2 months, and then you upset. Hey, do your research.
Hey, this my favorite one though. This my favorite one. You pay up front, right? And they give you a schedule, right? In March. But by the time you get to the middle of April, that schedule for June and July does not look the same. You got a whole bunch of X's, a whole bunch of scratch outs, and you ain't going out of town that much. You want to know why? Because they done tricked off that, excuse my language, everybody, but y'all know what I mean. They done tricked off that little money y'all gave them, and they can't pay for the entry fee to some of them tournaments and pay for out-of-town hotels and all that because they done took y'all money and misappropriated it, man. And y'all keep, and this the crazy part. And Robert Hatter said this on the show I was listening to last year. Y'all know these people, and y'all still go to them. Y'all know them and still go. But then, and I'm finna get back on my soapbox again. People in this city who come see your kids, support your kids, talk to college coaches about your kids, evaluate your kids fairly, do something. You want to ask why we doing this the way we doing it, why it costs this much, why I gotta be here, why I can't get a discount, but you will go pay somebody $500-$600 for a lesser version of it and be happy about it. Well, right on Twitter, this was the best experience that we had all summer. And you played against the same teams that's down the street from you in the third gym. So that's the sixth gym for y'all that's not good with math. You so far away from the coaches, you got to use a telescope to find out what's going on court one. But you'll do it, and you'll keep doing it every year because said AAU team got nice graphics, or they told you it was gonna be different, so you signed on up for a whole nother year of the same BS. So, like my grandma used to say, if you like it, I love it. All we do is, I ain't gonna lie to you, all we do is when we have our group discussions, we kind of laugh about it. But not in like a ha he way. We kind of laugh about it like in a damn, they fell for that again. The old banana in the tailpipe, huh?
Banana in the tailpipe, man.
They fell for the $1,500 banana in the tailpipe. Go ahead, G-Day, my bad.
I know you good, man. So like I was saying, man, the coaches will find you. And if that coach is watching you, we'll go back to regionally. You played regionally, got no looks. And it may not necessarily even be that you're not good enough. As Rob was saying earlier, you don't fit. There's no fit for you nowhere within this program. I think you're talented. I think you do some things well. There's some things you can improve on. I like you as a person, but you just don't fit anywhere within this program. As Rob said, you're not your talent is greater than my needs player. So I'm gonna use Big West is my guy. Lil West, Lil West is my guy. So I'm gonna use West. I'm looking at Robert Carroll small forward, or we'll say Robert Carroll is a combo guard. I'm looking at Robert Carroll, he's a combo guard. I could play him at either the one or the two. Rob's pretty good at this. He's pretty good at that. Then here come Wes. Wes, for those who don't know, Wes is he's committed, signed. He's going to UW, going to Washington University. Go Huskies. I'm just using them as an example. Then I see Wes, and I'm like, man, I like Rob. There's no fit for Rob on my team. I got 3-point guards. I got 3 shooting guards coming back next year. Then I see Wes. I'm like, oh, this kid better than every kid on my team. Of course, yes. I'm going after him. Even though I don't need it, I'm going after him. Why? Because the talent is greater than the needs. Look, Wes already done finished his first semester already. Summer school done in the books. Hey, get to school, take care of the business. Make it easy for yourself so that basketball can become the job. Man, shout out to the Yates family, man. Shout out. That's what I'm talking about. Get in there and get it done, man. So yes, the talent is greater than my needs. I'm going after the talent. I told y'all this last week. Everybody, and I didn't even know this was going to come up, this whole playing regionally thing. The first 2 live periods in April is really a wash. It's all it is the lowest assistance really that's out. If you're not playing in the shoe circuit, because they're entertaining all the transfers in the transfer portal. So they're having visits of kids who are in the transfer portal who they're recruiting during those April live periods. So the big coaches, the ones who can really give you the scholarships, they're really not out there like that. So assistants, an assistant sing you. One of the assistants, no needle movement. Come back to ABC June. Head coaches in the building, first assistants in the building. The lower assistants, I seen this kid, blah blah blah. But you're happen to play against another team where I seen another kid on that team too, and hey, maybe we should take a look at him. So y'all playing against each other. Still no movement. And this is the head coach that sat there and watched you. First assistant sat there and watched you. Still no movement. Then you think something's going to change in July just drastically from that June to July? No. Like Rob told you, July, I already know who I'm targeting. I already know who I want. I told y'all this last week. That's what I'm there for. I already know who I'm targeting. I already know who I want. This is who I'm here for. And don't be surprised if that recruiting calendar changes for next year. Right now, it's 2 live periods in April. Still got the TABC, only 1 live period in July. But it may move to 1 live period in April, and they may do 1 live period in May. Because a lot of coaches are talking about maybe moving one of them Aprils to a May. So even though that's what it says right now, it could still change. Because in April they're busy. I can't go out and watch these kids like that because I'm trying to secure roster spots for next year. These kids are about to be seniors. They're not even seniors yet. So I'm trying to secure roster spots. I'm getting these JUCOs and all these kids in the transfer portal. So I'm really not out there like that to watch in April. Trying to take care of my roster. I got a job to do. If I want to keep this job, I need to fill this roster. Next topic. Just because you know basketball, it's a lot that comes after that, man. A lot. Just because you know basketball don't mean that you're a good coach. Just because you know basketball don't make you a good recruiter. Just because you know basketball don't make you a good player development guy. You could be very knowledgeable at something, but that doesn't make you the jack of all trades of everything that comes after that fact. So, with that being said, whatever you are good at, do that. If you're a good X and O guy, be a coach. Don't try to be the coach and the recruit and all this other stuff. You're allowing too much to take away from what you are good at.
Too many hands in the fire. Too many irons in the fire.
If you are, I see a lot of people who are good. I can't even really call you good skill development guys if the players are already good. If the players are already good, what makes you a good player development guy? That they were going to get what they was going to get without you. So what honestly makes you a good player development guy?
Woo. Woo.
Hey, I just want to know.
Woo.
Just want to know what makes you, if they were already good before you got them, what makes you the good player development guy? Tell me what you truly did enhance in that athlete, male or female athlete. What did you enhance? What did you do that made them that it just what did you do? Hey, I just want to know.
Man, we got the big fight on Saturday, but my man came out the corner swinging when he said that, man.
We do.
Jeez,
and there's a lot of guys who are really good at selling salt to a snail. That's the recruiters. It's some good. They'll make you squeeze the head of Abraham Lincoln off that penny. It's some dudes like that out here. That's from my grandpa, man. God bless his soul, man. He used to say, "We never understood that till I got older." Make you squeeze the head of Abraham Lincoln off the penny, boy. It's some dudes who they'll get you in, tell you all this stuff, and none of it happens. Not a single thing that they told you or that they sold you happens. But like Rob said, the very following year, what you do? You go running right back.
Go right back.
If not to them, then to somebody who did the same, who's doing the same exact thing.
And you know too. And if we said, this the crazy part, G-Day, will call our phone and ask us, "Hey man, what program should I go to?" Well, I was thinking about doing this. And let's just say we just happen to be stupid that day and be like, "Nah, man, you might, want to talk to such and such before you make that move." Then you get right off the phone and call that person up. "Hey man, Rob said your program, blah, 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 blah. Hey, wherever you want to go, when you call my phone, where you going? Okay, all right, have a good summer." Call G-Day, "Hey G-Day, such and such, how they going over there with such and such?" What? What you tell them? Have a good summer. I ain't finna say nothing, man, because you know. Y'all
and then all we do is update who you playing for next to your name, so the college coaches know.
College. And no matter how we feel about anything, I'm gonna say this: no matter how we feel personally about anything, right? The professionalism comes first. It's all about the kids. No matter if you try to blackball us, if you say we don't know what the freak we doing, if you say we trash, we suck at evaluating, we still write about your kids. We still talk to college coaches about your kids. We still put all the information up for all the programs for every kid that play. Because at the end of the day, it's about the kid. That's it.
It is.
Personally, I can not like you, but professionally, I will respect you. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Shout out to all the coaches who registered already too for the preseason jam, man.
And y'all know who y'all is, man.
They try to blackball us year 2 of the preseason jam for some things that was said on this show.
Yeah.
About coaches, high school coaches being paid, coaches, and that's it. That's all they care about is getting a little stipend. And I didn't say it. Rob didn't say it. But they try to cancel us out. But like I told, hey, we're gonna keep rolling regardless. So thank you to the coaches who already have, man. Preseason jam is open for registration for any high school that wants to play, wants to participate. We get you in, we get you out. It's a 1-day event. You get 2 games. Boom, boom. Knock it out. Go home. Go about your way. Go about your day. And that's it, man. That's it. It's over with. It's done with. And we appreciate everybody, man. And we continue to grow. From that, we did Prospect Expo last year. Had a really good turnout. Already got a lot of people asking about this year's Prospect Expo. And so as long as you're doing things the right way, you may not necessarily get the big names, and we don't even chase after none of that. Like, what matters to all the other people? Like, we're whoever wants to come. We're gonna evaluate you. We're gonna put you through the ringer, and whatever you produce and do, that just is what it is. The preseason jam is September 23rd. Mr. Yates, that's for the high school teams. Prospect Expo will be October I don't have my phone on me. I don't know the day off the top of my head, and that's bad. I should know my dates. It's the 3rd Saturday in October. Is the third Sunday in October. Sorry, is the Prospect Expo, and that's for incoming freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. Huh?
October the 15th. October the 15th.
October 15th. Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Yates, whenever you're ready, man. Whenever you're ready, because I know that you, and as soon as AJ get out of high school, I know people like Big Bates, guys like y'all who just want to tell the kids exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. And this is what we did last year at the Prospect Expo. Everybody went through a combine. Vertical, speed, agility, quickness, did all that. Had everybody getting up in-game shots, repetition at a high rate, very fast, very quick. People thought they could shoot until when it's contested and it's coming quick. It's totally different than sitting there shooting wide open jump shots. Then we let them play 2 games, 2 40-minute games, back-to-back games. We're trying to kill you. We're trying to break your spirit. We're trying to see what type of fight you got so that we can give you a proper evaluation on things that you need to work on, that what you need to get better with. And that's all. That's what we did. We gave the parents a full report of their testing, where they land in the percentile, all that stuff that they like. And then we didn't name a single thing good that they did in their evaluation. All we told them was everything that they needed to work on. And we gave that to all the parents to share with the players. And we shared that with college coaches. And the college coaches loved that information. Loved it so much that they asked me last year, but I didn't do it, but I will do it this year, to do an unsigned senior expo like that so that they can be present and watch the kids.
Yeah.
If you're good, I don't need to tell you what you're already good at. I need to help you get better at whatever it is that you need to get better at so that you can try to go excel at whatever level. If it's JUCO, NAIA, D3, D2, D1, wherever you go, it doesn't matter to me. Because I'm still going to be back here like cheering you on. Just Rob mentioned, Miles Burns went to an NAIA school, Loyola in New Orleans. They end up winning the NAIA championship, and then he went to Ole Miss the following year. But he went there giving buckets, and in high school he was the dude. He was good in high school. He would bust everybody but there was just no fit for him. There's no fit. Mario was another one, Rob. Mario that was at Lamar. I can't think of his last name. But he went to an NAIA school that was doing really well, And guess what he's doing now? Now he's back coaching kids, giving back. But he was good in high school. Just was no fit at none of the bigger schools. And he didn't say, oh, man, skip everybody in Houston, blah, blah, blah. He went to school and he hooped. Yeah, you can't. Hey, we've seen a lot of kids who thought they was in shape, Mr. Yates, at the Prospect Expo, who they wasn't in as shape as they thought they was. How we kept hitting them. We going through this. We going through. We ain't no breaks. Ain't no stopping. You can't show me what you. So whatever you good at, like I said, just because you know basketball, there's a lot of don't. Just because you know basketball don't make you a good evaluator. You don't. Dang, Rob, you done froze. You look like the Joker from when what's my man that played the Joker? Jack Nicholson played the Joker, man. So a lot goes with that. Just because you know basketball, there's a lot that follows behind that. That don't mean that you're the ultimate guru at everything that follows behind that. Also, before I move to my last one, which ties into the just because you know, shout out to all the kids who made that decision already, the 2024s. AJ Bates made his decision, committed La Tech. Congrats, shout out, man. Excited for you. Justin Begg made a decision. He's going to George Mason. Shout out to Beggs for making his decision. Stoney Hadnot, he made a decision. South Dakota State. Shout out to my guy Stoney. Justin Mack, J Mack made a decision. He's going to Augustana, which is a Division II. They go to Elite Eight almost every year. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to these kids who listen. I'm being recruited by these schools. I'm doing research. I'm studying the schools. I'm seeing where I fit. I know where I can kind of go and make an impact, and I'm gonna do that. Also, yeah, I was gonna get to that next too, West, because it's right here on my screen, right here. It just was in order. Shout out to Pye, man. Clarence Pye also going to La Tech, man. Shout out to these fellas, man. Rob, you got anything else before we move on, man? We're gonna keep the peoples too long, man.
Nah, man. Shout out to these 24s that, you know what I'm saying, made their commitments already, knew what they was going to do. Some of them already knew, you know, from talking with the parents that that's what the decision was going to be, that it was going to be whatever they had at the end of the summer. And they stood to their word, man. Now,
and they was doing their research the whole time.
That take the pressure off your senior season to me.
But here's the thing, Rob. I think that a lot of people are missing also like the outsiders. Yeah. Even though other schools were still contacting these kids, they were still doing their research while they were still playing. Like, even though I'm still playing to showcase my skills and to show that I'm worthy of whatever scholarships may come, but for the ones that I do have, I'm studying y'all. And so shout out for doing that.
Yeah,
that's huge, man. Shout out. Yeah. I know the College Basketball Academy is going on. As far as the team part and the U.S. Open Basketball Championship, for 16U, we got the Defenders and JL3s down there. JL3 won their game earlier today against Midwest Basketball Club, which is a 3SSB team. That's out of Ohio. They won 74-51. Defenders played We Are One, which is out of that DC area. Another Under Armour team. They lost by 1 point, 44-45. Man, just want to give them kids a shout out, man, who out there hooping right now at the basketball academy. Also know that Justin Beggs is out there for the individual side. AJ Bates, Trent Burns, Lyris Robinson, Howie King, Carter Siegler. I'm just a lot of kids I'm missing off the top of my head because I don't have the list in front of me. Who else out there? There's some more kids out there. K. Dotson out there. Man, I hope they all. Martez James is out there. Caleb Evans is out there. Man, I hope all the Houston kids is out there dominating everybody that they come across, man. Standing out, man. Get it done, man. Aaron Perez, shout out Aaron Perez. It's a couple of my kids from back home too. Out there, man. Shout out Morris Johnson. Hey, man. Shout out to these kids, man. Go get it done. Take care of your business. Leave no excuses on the table, man. Hoop, have fun, be dominant, be consistent in your game. Like I tell you all the time, hold me accountable to what I'm good at, what I do, and that's as an evaluator. Hold me accountable, and I'm gonna hold you accountable. What you got, Rob, man? Rob, you froze?
No, I'm just waiting on you to hit us with the next topic, man.
Oh, okay. Next topic goes with the just because. So
my stuff keep free.
I mean, you glitching, man, like you playing 2K.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, we can hear you good. We can hear you, man. See, last week, as my guy Rob would say, America. Last week I was freezing and glitching. It's because Rob went on the show. See, today y'all see I ain't froze, I ain't glitch, because Rob on the show. See how Rob made his internet rub off on me last week, taking a vacation day, man. It's messed up, man. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Viles, for pointing that out too. Last week he ain't on the show today, but just in case if he tunes in later on, shout out, man.
I know you finna go to the dudes. Man, who y'all got this weekend in the fight, man? I want to know
who you got.
Man.
Who you got in the fight,
man?
In
the comment section, man. Who y'all got in the fight? Crawford and Spence, man.
We can talk about the fight. Who you got? Who you got? Crawford.
Spence.
Oh, okay.
No, I got Spence, man.
I thought you was gonna take Crawford.
Spence for me.
Now we both can't go for the same fighter, man.
Earl from Dallas too, man. But hey, man, I got Earl.
We both can't go for the same fighter, like man.
Earl said it. This ain't, man. We going for the. Hey, I respect Terrence Crawford, I do, but I just feel like Earl Spence just got a little bit more than him. Just, you know what I'm saying? And he compared himself to Tim Duncan, too. He said he Tim Duncan. He ain't flashy. You know
he the Tim Duncan of boxing?
He just get in there and get the job done. I think it's going to be a great fight, though.
How many rounds?
Yeah, I think it's going to be.
What y'all calling? How many rounds? It's going to the cards?
I say 10. Now, you know what? I will say cards. I think it's going to be a pretty even fight. I think it's gonna go to distance.
It's gonna be unanimous and split decision, man.
Ken Dean said Terrence Crawford and Eddie.
I seen that.
I feel like it's gonna be just one of them epic. You get yours off, I get mine off type fights, man. And it's only right that it's probably gonna be a draw and a rematch.
Oh, you think it's gonna be a draw?
You say what, G-Day? I hear you.
You think it's gonna be a draw?
Yeah. I think they just so evenly matched though, man. Like for real.
I think you go before 12.
I don't see one of them just getting up in there and just dominating the other. Last to 10 years.
Is this the most exciting fight?
And I'm a triple G fan, and that first Canelo fight and Triple G fight was epic. That was a draw, but I think that this one gonna be like one of the Sugar Ray was scared of my boy. He ducked my boy. Ducked Marvin. You know what I'm saying?
So is this like the most anticipated fight in the long? Who I'm froze? Or you froze? You wasn't froze on my side. So do y'all think this was the most anticipated fight that we've seen in the past couple years? Rob, can you hear me? Hey, Rob can't hear me. I agree, Bates. I think this is like the most anticipated fight in the past couple of years. This fight has been giving me excitement, like a Tyson Holyfield fight, man. A lot of people pumping it up. You just haven't. You don't hear a lot of people just talk boxing a lot. But with this fight, that's all. Everywhere I go, that's all I've been hearing. Is everybody just talking about this fight, man? I hope it's a good fight. Rob, you here? Rob, where you at, man? I had to remove Rob and add Rob back, man. Hey, Rob. Hey, Rob, screen don't went black. Rob, you back? You back, Rob, man? Dang, Rob's so delayed. He I don't know what Rob laughing at, man.
Yeah, man, I'm back, man. The Wi-Fi be good. I don't know what's going on.
Rob was in the Matrix, man. But not like I was asking everybody, do you think this is the most anticipated fight that we've seen in years? Oh, Lord. We got to get Rob on a different.
Nah, for sure.
Okay. Dang,
bro, it's my Wi-Fi, bro. Hey.
Where my phone? I need to take screenshot pictures, man. Because you keep freezing up in the craziest moments, man. Yeah, I can hear you, but you froze. I don't know what's going on with my guy Rob, man. So was talking earlier, man. We're gonna let Rob. I don't know what we're just gonna let Rob be Rob, man. But going back to my just because you know basketball. So if you are good at something, that doesn't mean that you need to go and try to reinvent the wheel, as Rob used earlier. You know, if if you Rob got that Morse code, if you're good at something, why not bring that strength that you have to a program that's already established? I hear everybody talk about how watered down the independent scene of basketball is. That's because there's a lot of teams. It's a lot of teams. Um, it's always teams I never heard of. Um, it's a lot of teams. And I said this last week. It's cool if you just want to play, just to play, just have something to do during the summertime. Just to stay busy. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you have a kid on your team who could potentially be a kid who earns maybe a D3 in the IA look, then why not? It's almost kind of like a tier system, man. So you got your shoe teams, and then your top independent teams aren't so top heavy as they once used to be. But if you kind of trickle down all these other teams and push kids up, and then let other kids fall where they're supposed to fall, I think just as an overall, the independent scene will look a lot better. That's just my opinion. But I'm gonna stand by that. Rob took himself off the show, and that's cool because this is the last topic anyway. And so just because you know basketball, maybe your strength, maybe like I said, the recruiting, squeezing Abraham Lincoln head off of the penny. Maybe that's your strength, but why not add that strength to a program? Just because you're a good recruiter don't make you a good coach, or doesn't make you a good player development guy. So what's the point of creating a team if all you're really good at is drawing people, but you can't really teach them anything, and you can't make in-game adjustments or anything like that, and you think that you're a good coach because you're good at playing 2K or something. It reminded me of youth football when I used to always hear people talk about, man, you think just because you play Madden, that you're a youth football coach. No, that it doesn't fly. Most of the people who are in front office or who have front office positions, most of them didn't even play sport. Don't matter what the sport is, baseball, football, basketball. I don't know if you guys ever watched the movie. What's the baseball movie? The Money movie. But the dude graduated from Harvard, never played baseball a day in his life. Graduated with a degree in economics, but all he did was study the game for 1 year and figured out that in order to win the games, it's not about stealing the bases. It's not about making the sacrifice hits and all that stuff. It's about getting guys on base. When you get on base, don't worry about stealing. Just get on base. That's if you're a guy who walks a lot, we're gonna sign you. You don't even have Moneyball. That's the name of the movie. Thank you, Mr. Deuce. You a guy who walks a lot. Hey, let's go after him, man. Just because he has a good on base percentage. And so, if somebody has a good on base percentage, and I do get a good hitter up there who's a good slugger, and he gets a double or a triple or or maybe he does do my sack fly for me, but now I have guys on base in position to score. And so now we're putting runs on the board. And so now those runs are coming to equal wins. And he, formalized the game in such a way that, people start mimicking them, and start copying it. A lot of guys that are in front office NBA never even played basketball. Just studied the game from watching film or just from being around it, and figured out some type of statistic that has some type of weight within the game that will help to bring about wins. So whatever you're good at, be good at that, but bring that to a program and help that program become better, because you may just be that one piece that they're missing. if it's player development, if it's a coach, or if it's a recruiter, or if it's just someone who's really good with managing money. Bring that strength to a program and help save that program, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. That's today's show, man. Last week. Next week will be the last. I was tongue twisting my words. Next week will be the last show that we do. We take the whole month of August off, man. Oh yeah, definitely. We could do it. We were supposed to be doing a live show this weekend. Bates. But everybody's scrounging around. D King got the next pro finals coming up. They had the Pro 16 finals. Now this is for all the paying teams edition of it, the next pro finals. So he's running around getting everything in order. Baller Plug got booked for Vegas, so he's gonna be in Vegas this weekend. So he wants to make sure he spends some time with family. Because he's been every weekend he's been gone, hardly been home the month of July. And so we're supposed to do a live show at the Cleopatra Cigar Lounge today. We were supposed to do it. So but definitely we're going to do a live one during the high school season. That'll be dope, man. Get some people on there. And we're gonna have a ball. We're gonna have a blast, man. We may do a live show at the preseason jam, which is our event, the Ball So Hard high school fall ball event. We may do one at a couple of fall ball events. Matter of fact, we just may do a little pop-up live show. Definitely got to get you on, Bates, because I'm gonna say that was I'm gonna give you all the credit for that. We're gonna make sure that you're there when we pop up to do a live show. Now it's hard to do it at high school games. The pandemic, I was able to battle with texting live as far as because they wasn't streaming hardly any games, and so I kind of kicked that door down and would get athletic directors permission to come in and we'll do the live, like how I was doing the live broadcast for the games. But then that following year, after they make sure they contracted with all districts that they're the only people who can broadcast the basketball games. And so that's why y'all haven't seen the broadcasting like we did that one year, the year after COVID, like how we was broadcasting, doing a lot of live broadcasting with commentating the basketball games. Texan Live contracted everybody out. Only local school that they didn't contract out was HISD. I tried to contract with HISD. I may try to do that again. But they want to do their own thing. And so private schools and fall ball events will only be the way. So this year for fall ball events, we will be doing some live broadcasting. Like we're gonna do the championship game for Super 16. We may do a couple games at Sloan's. Gasso's supposed to be getting back with me about a couple of games being broadcast from them as well. So fall ball, we'll be doing a lot of broadcasting where we do a lot of play-by-play commentary. So that'll be fun, and do some live shows, man, as well with actual people, and get people's feedback, man. That'll be really dope also, man. And so next week will be the last show. Matter of fact, we're gonna do it on Sunday, next Sunday. Will be the last show, July 30th, because July 31st, me and wifey gonna have a date night, and we're just gonna chill it out. Because school about to be back in session. So to all my educators, to everybody who works at the school building, it's about to be that time, man. I hope that y'all been at home, reading with y'all children, making them do some type of schoolwork, something, man. Tell them to start getting their rest in, get them on a bed schedule. This is mainly for like that kinder through 5th grade, middle school, high school. I hope y'all been doing something with them though too. something educational. Keep their minds going, man. But yeah, man, that's it, man. It's the show, man. We appreciate everybody who tuned in. We appreciate everybody who shared it. All the likes, all the dislikes, the hearts, the laughing emojis, all of it, man. We love it all. We like all feedback, positive, negative, man. That's the only way that we can build is with the negative to make sure that we're better. Like I said, keep holding me accountable. I'm gonna hold your kids accountable, man. Also, Mr. Dudes, I'm gonna get with you so that we can set up our fantasy football draft party. Anybody who won in the fantasy football league is going to be a $50 buy-in this year. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Last year, D King won the league. This year, I'm going to win the league. Last year, I should have won, but D King beat me in the playoffs. It's cool. That was my first time. So that was my 4th year doing a fantasy football league. And that was the first time I've never won a championship. So I'm kind of salty about that a little bit, man. But this year, I'm definitely going to win it. Coming for D King head, man. I wish he was on the show right now. But yeah, definitely going to get what you Mr. Do so we can set that up. It's going to be fun. Anybody who want to participate, make sure that y'all get at me, G-Day Hoop Scout, on Twitter. You can hit my email, gday@bshscouting.com. You can hit me on my email. My phone number is, I'm not going to say it on here, but it's plastered anyway. You can Google. If you Google Ball So Hard, my phone number will pop up. Or if you already got my number, you can hit me that way as well. But until the next time, man, make sure that y'all pay it forward with somebody. It don't necessarily have to be anything that's monetary. It could just be some kind words of wisdom, uplift somebody, be a blessing to somebody, man, be positive, have some type of positive interaction throughout this week, no matter how rough it may be, man. But until the next time we go on, this is the Shot Clock, J Hoop Scout, and I'm out, man.